Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Cancer, November 30th, 2022. You're motivated to put in effort for longer-term goals today, and you're ready to let go of the kinds of tensions that make this pursuit challenging. Building up self-respect goes a long way toward fulfillment in many areas of your life. Feelings about your work or a relationship run deep today, and you could enjoy digging deep and embracing your ambitions. A chance to get over an obstacle related to your long-term goals can emerge. It's easier to base your confidence in realism with today's Mars-Saturn transit. Ultimately, even if you don't know your precise direction, getting on top of things you know need doing can be satisfying. This way, you can be productive. Run for the hills today and tomorrow. Every single thing could make you and others feel triggered and fired up. Mighty Mars, the red planet of war, will stand across the sky from mental Mercury. Friction around your living space, home, or family could explode in your face, making you roll with the punches. Don't charge into a losing battle at this time. It is best to try to find harmony within yourself and around you rather than throwing gasoline onto a fire. That'll only create destruction and an explosion. What do you need to focus on? Instead of focusing on moving forward, you may want to take a step back to reflect on the core elements in your professional foundation and workplace when Mars retrograde in Gemini trines Saturn in Aquarius. However, this will require self-reflection since you may need to come to terms with any unique hopes, ideas, or outlooks that could impact your career. Once you allow your freak flag to fly, you may find that it is much easier to adjust your professional foundation. It could even reflect in the design of your workspace. Jupiter's direct turn last week has brought a new sense of confidence even though he won't return to your income sector for several weeks. Just knowing the planet of luck and expansion is on his way back has changed everything, and especially when it comes to making the most of the Sun's first and Venus and Mercury's last full week in your career sector. Today's astral energy leaves you feeling alive and open to new things. The best complement to these emotional energies is a diet that's easy to process and stretching your body. Light foods such as soups, salads, and fish can be very satisfying for the entire body. Remember to eat slowly to allow for the maximum benefit of a meal. Exercise in the morning is recommended. Drink plenty of water, preferably at room temperature. This is the perfect day to get out there and get things happening. Whatever you have that needs to be planned, organized, or started, you'll have the wherewithal to make it happen with this essence in the air. Even if you don't usually consider yourself a leader, you do have these skills, and if you give yourself half the chance, you'll see the proof in the pudding. Take your confidence in hand and do what needs to be done to get it going. While the moon's alignment with Saturn in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart makes it important to make time to hear yourself think, they have both formed a friendly aspect to Mars in your home and family sector. With Mars in retrograde motion, this is creating a sense of nostalgia but also a call to make up for lost time, at a time when the doors are open to the past and second chances. In what is a busy and defining point in this professional year, this is a reminder to slow down enough to remember what is important. Throughout her remaining weeks in your relationship sector, the Dwarf Planet series will benefit from the support of planets in your communication sector. This is something that has already been established, and rather than waiting for anything, you have everything needed now to not only get the communication lines open but keep them open. This is partly thanks to an eclipsing full moon on the communication front 2 weeks ago. Our eyes in the sky. The cosmic climate is challenging today as the Aquarius moon allies with Saturn while also butting heads with Mercury, Venus, and Mars. The energy here can put your will at odds with your emotions, making it difficult to know which way you should move forward. You might also feel weighed down and unmotivated as these funky vibes wash over everyone. Meanwhile, stubborn behaviors are likely to manifest, so you'll want to watch out for these in both yourself and others. Tension will hang in the air, so if you feel like you need a timeout, permit yourself to take one. You're able to keep track of the things that matter, managing to take control and concentrate on what's important to you. Such an optimistic approach positively affects your personal life, helping you to resolve any potential problems you must deal with and uncover the true significance of your relationships and exactly the direction they are heading. Your ability to understand any situation is good and you're able to undertake any sort of mental task. Equally, you're communicating without any difficulty, so possible negotiations or similar conversations turn out to be successful. You also find your general level of curiosity is heightened and you're keen to acquire knowledge and learn as much as you can. Your thoughts have seldom been so lucid and in harmony. Problems with relationships that seemed insurmountable just a short time ago are now resolved without further arguments. The time has come to revive personal bonds. Enjoy this phase and experience life with other people. The memories will last for a long time. Don't be surprised by certain situations and dating opportunities that crop up. There's plenty to contemplate and consider in the coming weeks before you make any decisions. Think about how you want to allow your heart to be directed. Showing good sense assures time spent isn't wasted and for nothing. In the evening, we'll see more rocky vibes as the moon shares a harsh aspect with unpredictable Uranus. This energy threatens to challenge what we usually feel we can rely on, which can lead to destabilization and strained emotions. Just after midnight, the Aquarius moon sextiles the Sagittarius sun, granting us inner peace and confidence. If we are awake, our strong sense of self will facilitate authentic connections with others. We celebrate the quirkier sides of our personalities, forging relationships based on niche interests and shared dreams. If we are asleep, we can expect uplifting dreams where novel experiences shift our perspective in affirming ways. What interests you most is of a positive nature and helps you gain insight into many new issues and make progress at every opportunity. These encounters stimulate the exchange of ideas that provide numerous sources of inspiration. Ideas to make your relationship more interesting, or opportunities to travel and broaden your horizons. After sunup, Mars in Gemini trines Saturn in Aquarius, the second of 3 trines in Mars' retrograde cycle. These transits create a narrative arc that supports tempering our passions so we can focus our willpower. The first of these trines occurred on September 27th with Mars in direct motion. Think back to this date. Was there a project kicked off around this time that you have since lost momentum on? This trine reminds you that although a redesign may be in order, this project is still viable. In fact, it is destined for success, despite false starts. What steps can you take at this point to push this enterprise along? You're allowed to get experimental in your process. Think outside the box. Take a few risks. Defy a few expectations. The final trine between Mars and Saturn will be on March 30th, 2023, after Mars enters Cancer and Saturn enters Pisces.